See, that's 1, 5. So from here, I have to take a broken line to the graph there, and then go down there, and let's say we call this answer C. So this answer will be called C. So that's how you start interpreting the graphs from the questions given. Alright, so that was a little bit of interpretation of log graphs. Let's have a look at another graph question and do another interpretation. Now here's a graph supplied to you, alright? So we'll say, alright, now just get back to this graph and make sure that you write 8 here and that you write 3 here. Make sure that it's 8 and 3. And let's say the first question they gave you is find the value of b. So there's the question. Write the question down, y is equal to log of x to the base b. Now this is really y and this is really x. So y is 3 and x is 8 and that is b. Now I can rewrite that as follows. Log of 8 to the base b is equal to 3. Now this is in log form. So I can change it to index form. If I change it to index form, I'll get 8 is equal to b cubed. Now I know that 8 is really 2 cubed. 8 is 2 cubed. Or better still, I can say 2 cubed. Alright, no, never mind. Right, 8 is equal to b cubed. Well, I know that 8 is 2 cubed because 2 cubed gives me 8. So in other words, b is equal to 2. So the solution is that b is equal to 2. Or the other way to do this at this stage, you could have said 8 is equal to b cubed, and then 8 is what? 2 cubed, and this is b cubed. So what will you say? You'll say the indices are the same, therefore equate the bases. Therefore b is equal to 2. So you could have done it like that. So that's some interpretation of log graphs also. Alright, and finally let's just look at 2 more things on this log graph. We look at domain and range. Then we asked, what is the domain of this graph? Domain means what x values have been used and can be used. So what x values have been used and can be used to draw this graph? Well, you can use any x values here as long as those x values are more than 0. So you will say, well, x is greater than 0. You can write the answer like that. X is greater than 0. X is an element of real numbers means you can use whole numbers, fractions, anything, as long as it's greater than 0. Another way of writing the same answer would be x is an element of 0 to positive infinity. What this is saying is that, look, you can use any number. 0 is not included, in other words, just after 0 and greater, and right up till positive infinity. The answer, writing the answer like this is called interval notation. So you could write the answer like this in interval notation, or you could write it like that with a greater than sign. So that is the domain. And finally, let's ask one more question. What is the range? Well, the range is what y values result or will result. What y values? Well, you can see that this graph will continue forever upwards, this graph will continue forever down this way. So we will be using every negative y value, including 0, and then every positive y value as the graph goes up. So therefore, we will say that y is an element of real numbers. So the range is y is an element of R, where R stands for real numbers, right? R is standing for real numbers. That R doesn't stand for range. R here is standing for real numbers. Alright, so that's where we will end our presentation on log graphs. So that's the end of log graphs, and until next time we meet, we will give you more exercises and so on to do on log graphs. Right, goodbye.